Hello and welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Actually, it's been quite long since I made a video. But truth to be told, I'm getting a lot of texts and requests from my friends and from my students to make a video regarding coronavirus. They are consistently telling me to make a video about the correct pronunciation of the coronavirus related words. So today, I'm planning to do that. Actually, I know that this is really a difficult and challenging situation for all of us. And I know you are staying home and you are watching this video from your home, and I'm also actually connecting with you from my home. So I think if you want to utilize this time, you can learn something different and actually in this later time. Like you can learn something different through entertainment. So I think you can move towards your destination by using your time properly. And today, in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the most important vocabularies, some of the most important words that you all need to do to understand and to use in coronavirus related words and what's happening around the world. And of course, one thing is to remember that I'm making this video only for those who are students, who are educated, who are learners, and who are planning to do IELTS for actually higher education, to go abroad, or who work with international organizations, and almost who are very keen and interested in improving their spoken English. So before we get started, I want to make it very clear that in no way am I a medical professional, or I'm not offering you any advice, but I do help you fully understand actually about the coronavirus and its related words with its correct pronunciation. Okay, so the very first word in my list is quarantine. Okay, so the pronunciation of this word is quarantine, not quarantine or not quarantine. Okay, so আমরা বাংলাদেশিরা বেশিরভাগ মানুষ এই শব্দটাকে উচ্চারণ করতেছি quarantine, but according to IPA, International Phonetic Alphabets, the correct pronunciation of this word is quarantine. There is a sound here, quarantine. Okay, not quarantine, not quarantine. Okay, so I'm very disgusting to hear this type of words from the actually professionals like doctors, engineers, or the journalists. They are consistently saying that quarantine and quarantine. So from today, you will pronounce this word like quarantine. Don't and never say this word like quarantine. And I don't think that I need to explain the meaning of this. And you know, quarantine means to stay home, okay, not to go outside and not to go public place unless absolutely necessary. And it means to restrict our movement actually. বাইরে না যাওয়া, বাসায় থাকা, এগুলো হচ্ছে আসলে কোয়ারেন্টাইন শব্দের অর্থ। So I think you all understand this pronunciation. The pronunciation of this word is quarantine. I'm repeating, quarantine, not quarantine. It will be qua, this swata sound. Okay. Now let's go to the next word. Here on my list is pandemic. Okay, pandemic is actually a global epidemic. Actually, it means the number of cases continues to rise rapidly around the globe. It is no longer in one region or one country or one continent, but it across multiple continents or multiple countries. So the pronunciation of this word is pandemic. In British pronunciation is pandemic. American accent is what they say sometimes, pandemic. Okay. This is actually number 2, and the number 3 here in my list is of course isolation. The correct pronunciation of this word is isolation. There is a stretch here, isolation. And of course you probably know the meaning. Actually, this is the restrictive form of separation, and it means that somebody has to be alone. They have to be away from everybody else for the health reason. So for example, you can say many of the people are being asked to go into isolation if they have coronavirus. So we must be in isolation if we have coronavirus. Okay, so the correct pronunciation of this word is isolation. Don't say isolation. Okay, the correct pronunciation of this word is isolation. And if you want to improve your English, if you want to improve your accent, so you have to say like this: isolation. And number 4 here in my list is the word COVID-19. You say COVID-19, but I would say it will be COVID-19. There is a stretch here, COVID-19. Okay, so the correct pronunciation of this word is COVID-19. Actually, it's a medical term of this disease. And number 5 here in my list is coronavirus. Okay, coronavirus, and you probably know what is coronavirus. Actually, it's now talk of the world. And the correct pronunciation of this word is coronavirus. Okay, corona. There is a stretch here, O, corona, and virus. It's a swatch sound here. Virus, not virus. Okay, so you say coronavirus, but I say when I will speak with someone, I say coronavirus. Okay, when I speak with a native speaker, then I say it is coronavirus. Okay, so number 6 here in my list is symptoms. You say symptoms, but I say it would be symptoms. Okay, not symptoms. The P is silent here, but the correct pronunciation of this word is symptoms, not symptoms. It would be so much sound here, symptoms. Okay, so don't say and never say symptoms. Okay, it would be symptoms. And number 6 here in my list, number 7 here in my list is to hoard goods. Okay, to hoard goods means to take more than we need and to hide something with ourselves. And we are the Bangladeshi are very familiar with this word. Actually, we hoard goods in this crisis moment. So number 8. Okay, so I sorry to say that the British accent of this word is hoard. Okay, hoard. The R is silent here. Hoard, to hoard goods. Okay, but in American accent they say to hoard. The R is very straight. To hoard goods. Okay, so number 8 here in my list is the stock up. Stock up, you know, the stock up is stuck on the supplies. Okay, so it's stock up. Then British accent they say is stock up, and American accent they say is stock up. Okay, they say not cannot bole যেভাবে তারপরে হচ্ছে আমরা বলি বডিকে বাড়ি বলে, আমেরিকানরা একটু বেশি স্ট্রেচ দেয় শব্দের উপরে. So the right pronunciation or correct pronunciation of this word is stock up, not stock up. Okay, and number 9 here in my list is very common words, and you always use this now at this moment, and that is face mask. Okay, face mask. And you know what is face mask that you use to save from the disease? Actually, the correct pronunciation of this word is face mask, not face mask. Okay, it would be face mask. And number 10, actually restriction. Okay, a restriction, not restriction. Like we say respective. Okay, but the word would say respective or respect. Okay, responsibility, not responsibility. It would be risk. Okay, so this means the correct pronunciation of this word is a restriction. Okay, and don't never say restriction. And number 11 here in my list is postponed. That means to delay something. And you know what is postponed, and I will try to actually inform you the correct pronunciation of this word. We say postpone. Okay, but the correct pronunciation of this word is postponed. Okay, that's something delayed. Okay, so like we can say the example, the Ideal Authority, the Ideal School and College postponed their classes due to coronavirus crisis. And number 12 is very easy and common. What's lockdown? For more better sound, you have to say lockdown, but you can also say lockdown, and it means shut down. Okay, and number 13 is contagious, okay, contagious, actually that may spread from one person to another person, that actually within very easy time, that it spreads from one person to other person in direct or indirect way, okay, so in direct or indirect contact actually, so contagious. And you know contagious যেটা আমরা কি বাংলাতে সংক্রমণ বলি, যেটা ছড়িয়ে পড়ে। So number 14 is outbreak, okay, number 14 is outbreak, not outbreak, it would be outbreak, that happens suddenly. Actually it's a sudden increase, it's a sudden increase in the number of cases of a disease in a particular place. যখন কোনো এলাকাতে ছোট এলাকাতে এটা ছড়িয়ে পড়ে হুট করে, তখন আমরা এটাকে বলি outbreak হয়েছে, ঠিক আছে, ছড়িয়ে পড়েছে। So number 14 is outbreak. And number 15 is fatal. Fatal, আমরা যেটাকে fatal বলি, the correct pronunciation of this word is fatal, the মারাত্মক যেটাকে আমরা বাংলায় বলে থাকি, the correct pronunciation of this word is fatal, and the American say it would be fatal, okay, but they sometimes pronounce the T like D, okay, and the British say fatal. And number 16 here it's the last word. Of course I want to take more time to make this video. I will try to finish this video in a very short time. Number 16 is actually it's a phrase, it is maintain social distancing, okay, maintain social distancing or maintain physical distancing, like we say where actually it's like a very important phrase nowadays, because we don't want to maintain social distancing, we don't actually follow the rules of the government, so we'll say maintain social distancing, don't say maintain social distancing. Then if you use this English, if you use English like this, so your English will not be improved, okay, so if you want to improve your English, you have to pronounce the words, you have to follow IPA, and that means international phonetic alphabets, and you have to follow the native speakers. And then after some days, if you can continue with this, I hope and I believe that after some days your English will be good, and of course you'll be able to talk with the native speaker like them. So I think I didn't cover every possible words. Of course it's very short time, so within this short time it's very actually important, it's not possible to make to share a lot of words with you, but I think if you've got any question, if you've got any problem pronouncing the words, if you have any experience, and if you want to share your experience with me, be sure to share that with me and let me know. I'll try to help you to inform about the correct pronunciation of this word. So not more today, actually not more now. I'd actually finish this video, and after this session I would like to say, please stay home, actually, and pray stay home and pray to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He make everything easy for us, and that we can get back soon our normal life. So সবাইকে happy Ramadan and Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.